Yo people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for another video. Chelsea 2, Blackburn 0 review. Past lower league opposition in the Carabao Cup. Not the most flexing, flamboyant performance you've ever seen, but a win nonetheless. Job done nonetheless. Now, with the team that went out there, I was a little bit surprised that we didn't see Petrovic in goal. Bit surprised that we didn't see Matson at all, that we didn't see Washington at all in this game, that we didn't see Madueke until the last few minutes of this match. Players that I thought would have played a part, that would have been an opportunity to, kind of put themselves in the frame for future opportunities and also knock on the door, put a bit of pressure on some starters that could definitely do with a kick up the arse, but that didn't happen. So he went with a very strong team. And it's good to see Badiashile get his, goal on his return as well. Very, very calm finish from a set piece there into the far corner. And also, just good to see him next to Disasi in that centre-back combo that has been spoken about so much on the socials. Those two talking about the balance between them in terms of the dynamics. One's the aggressor, the duel winner. One's the composed, calm passer. Also, a demand for a goal or two as well in that conversation. And then it was delivered upon with that finish. So good to see Badiashile back. He was kind of limping towards the end of the half, and then at the start of the second I felt like I saw more limping. So I'm glad that we did get him off in the 60, and I'm hoping I'm not going to see any sort of reports or talk about him having an injury or an issue, and that he's okay and fine. Fullback, we saw James get some important minutes today, another 60 minutes under his belt, which was good. And obviously Cucurella started at the left-back position and gave Sterling as much support as he possibly could. I think the midfield balance was good from Leslie Okachukwu and Enzo. Enzo was absolutely fantastic today. He's leaving the pitch with 7 key passes, with 6 tackles. This is a guy that was just everything in that midfield. He was operating sometimes in between the centre-backs, picking it up off them really deep, playing those passes in behind the line for Jackson, trying to assist, and just in general was just a class above the rest today, really just dictating, controlling, as you expect on this stage for him to be the best player out there. He definitely was one of. And Leslie Okachukwu was very solid in there as well. I did find it a bit strange that we'd see Leslie Okachukwu sometimes a bit further ahead of the ball in the first phase than not only Enzo, but sometimes even Palmer coming in deep as well. And Leslie was kind of operating in this kind of like second phase waiting. But listen, our build-up play today was a bit interesting. I wouldn't say it was, again, it didn't feel like we went out there today with any sort of strategic, clear way of playing. Again, it did feel a little bit, not hit and hope, but it did feel a little bit scattergun in our attack. It wasn't smooth. We weren't in this kind of back to front, clear, factory settings, fundamentals. Every single action has a clear purpose, and we're moving through the gears and we're moving through the pitch as one, as a team. It felt very like, give it to you, and hope that you do this and you do that. But it was just a bit scattergun. Maybe because there was a few changes, I don't know. But we haven't played this game to a point where I'm looking at, yes, we can build upon this, we can take this to this. No, it didn't feel like that. It was just very much like we had to get a job done. We had to play the match. We play it and we go. I don't really know how much confidence individuals are really taking from this, to be honest. But Palmer was good today as well. Was involved in the second goal with the assist. Interception, which was led by a Gallagher press, and then obviously Sterling, who was very up and down in this game. His shot curling into the far corner was a fantastic goal. But I felt like sometimes Sterling defensively today in the opening stages left us very exposed down that left-hand side, tracking back, not really putting in the work in terms of tracking a runner, or people would just skip past him very nilly-willy. People would run straight through him. The right back at one point, who got the ball straight back and then had a shot. It just felt like Sterling defensively was a bit of a liability at times. He didn't really put the effort in. But then he does get his goal and he shows his quality. Then he gets moved over to the right-hand side straight away. So again, why is that? Today, with the substitutions and with the changes in the second half, I saw Gallagher playing left mid. I saw Palmer move from the right side to then play as like a second striker next to Jackson. I saw Sterling flipped over to the right. It was just a bit weird from Poch that we didn't just keep players in their natural position. Instead of playing Palmer as like a second striker or sometimes as a striker, instead of bringing on all these midfielders in Caicedo, and not having a Washington as a striker out there, when Sterling puts that ball across the box, there's nobody on the end of it. When we're going down that left-hand side, I'm seeing Cucurella linking up with Gallagher. Why not play wingers out wide to finish the whole game off, have everybody in their natural position so we can continue to try and work on our style of play and against a low block continue to try and work on our chemistry and our cohesion, instead of playing players in positions where they're not going to play in these positions going forward. We're not going to see Gallagher at left mid or Cooker at left mid. We're not going to see, hopefully, we shouldn't have to see Palmer up front over an actual striker. So it just felt a bit strange that we would go down that road, but we did. But yeah, in the end, very comfortable. I don't really feel like Blackburn at any point were really going to cause us any bother. They had a few little moments here and there, but it was not really a difficult game for us. I just wish we would have asserted our dominance a little bit more and be a little bit more, have a bit of flamboyance, a little bit of style about us, a little bit of flair, a little bit of, a little bit of va-va-voom. We didn't have that. And, it's teething problems, I guess, but I think we're due a proper performance from this team. From start to finish, we're due a real serious performance. And I mean, not only just playing well in build-up, not just second phase creating chances, but then finishing them as well. We're due a proper, clear, crispy performance. We didn't get it today. I think Jackson probably comes away from that match losing confidence, if anything. I mean, he had a few opportunities that he didn't take. There was a few times again where the ball was in an area where you'd think he would get to it, but it kind of passed him. Badiashile in his goal, it went past Jackson, fell to him. There's a lot of moments where Jackson's almost there, but he's not quite. He's made a run and he's running wide and he's not running through on goal. So then he's ended up, when he gets the ball in a wide area where he has to recycle it again. He had no shots on target today. He had no shots on target, I think, in the last game as well. He needs to start testing the keeper. He had a few big opportunities, one cutback, blazed over the bar. He needs to start hitting the target and he needs to start testing the goalkeeper. Otherwise, he's not going to score. So that's 2 games in a row where I don't think he's even had a shot on target. It's not good. And this was a good opportunity today to really, again, get confidence going, get goals into your system. Doesn't do it. Does that do much for Sterling against Blackburn? Not really. Helps us. Doesn't do much for him, I don't think. He's kind of knee-jerk a little bit performance. Badiashile, good, nice goal, back on your return. One person I really needed to score today was Jackson, and he hasn't been able to get it done. And then we didn't see Washington. So, yeah, listen, I'm happy to go through. We are through, but it is Blackburn. They are 12th in the Championship or 11th. That the context is listen, there's not really too much we can take from this. It wasn't a stylistic, crazy high-level performance, and it was Blackburn. So, a lot to improve on. But Manchester United are going home and have gone home. I'm watching them now. 3-0 exit at the moment as I see it to Newcastle at home. Arsenal are out to West Ham. They've lost 3-1 at their Olympic Stadium. Liverpool did just get through to Bournemouth. Their big hitters in this competition are slowly falling round by round by round. And it just continues to keep making me feel like we need to try and win this competition, because we're just losing big teams every round now. And hopefully Newcastle draw Liverpool. Maybe by the time you watch this, the draw would have already been made. Maybe we have Liverpool. Maybe we have Newcastle. Or maybe we have Middlesbrough. Maybe we have Port Vale. I don't know. But I know for a fact that we should be targeting to win this, especially as the league campaign has still not really kicked off for us. We've not hit any serious momentum to really start saying we're going for that Champions League place. We need to find form there. We need to win a cup. We need to try and win a trophy. This squad needs it. Young squad, manager badly needs it as well to get that hoodoo off his back. So many reasons as to why we need to go to Wembley for the sixth attempt in a row, and this time actually win instead of a defeat. So take this competition seriously. We did, played a strong team. I think there's a couple of subs I would have liked to have seen. Maatsen, I think this kind of, again, continues to edge him closer to the exit in January. He hasn't signed a new deal. We have triggered an extension, but he's not playing against a team like Blackburn. Then I struggle to find out how you're going to get any minutes. If Sanchez is to continue to have little moments in Premier League games where he has, errors in his game, we have no idea what the second choice keeper is in Petrovic and how he's going to play, because we haven't seen him again against Blackburn. We haven't seen him against Wimbledon, Luton. If he's not going to play these games, he's not going to play at all. And yeah, so I don't know. It's a good win. It's a win. It's an important win. We needed to go through. But I do feel like we've missed the boat in quite a few areas today. And there's still a lot of unanswered questions. And there's still a lot of work to be done on the way we attack and the way we create chances and just play football in general to make sure we maximise ourselves. But until next time, make sure you smash up the likes. Make sure you subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. In a bit, people. Big game coming up next. Lots of content in those previews for Tottenham versus Chelsea. In a bit, people. Peace.